Hello, everybody. My name is Brant Clark. Beside me is two-time world champion cowboy Patrick Bray and host of the newest internet sensation show in the world, the USTPA Weekly. Patrick, we've had three classes here at day number 4. We've had the 6 sort, the senior youth and the junior youth. We did not crown any world champions, but we are down to 30 teams that might be world champions.
Yes, everyone, if you look down the list, just about everyone on the list has a chance to win one of those world champions, and that will all come to a head tomorrow night when we have, and I'm excited, this is the first time we've done this, we have a ranch sorting finals night. So we crown all of our ranch sorting champions in one night. But as you said today, we started out with that 6 sort, had 219 teams. We cut it down in round 2 to 66. We went down to 20 and then down to the top 10. And when the smoke cleared from all that, Fred Kramer and Jim Ward, two of our, I'm going to call them old-timers because I know them and friends with both of them, they sit at the top with 28 head. But now that's not a comfortable seat because there's 2 behind them at 27, 3 at 26 head, 1 at 20. Everybody's in this. It's a real close race there for that 6th championship, and that should be a exciting top 10. And you're going to have to call that one on your own because I even get to ride in that one.
Hey, all right. Fred Kramer already won the world championship this week?
Yes, he did. He won in the five pinning, and Fred's that guy he's kind of like the fly that won't go away. He's always around, and he's a good rider. He's a competitor, and he'll always, if you give him a chance, he'll be there when it's time to crown a champion.
And a guy that hauled all year long. He's from Virginia.
Yes.
So and we saw him a bunch down here in Texas and in Louisiana. So I mean. He hauled this year.
We did. He's no stranger to being behind the wheel and having a horse trailer behind him. He's hauled one of our good members, and like I said, a fierce competitor, and just glad to see him back there at the lead.
And of course, Jim Ward. We'll say Jim's so, but he did pass on some pretty good genetics, right, to his kids for amazing sorters.
He did. Laura Lee, she's got a lot going on running barrels now, but Cody's here with us. But raised 2 fine young people that are proud to say I know, and proud to say that I was around when they started and rode with them, and just a great family. And like I said, Jim is also a competitor. He's going to ride as hard as he can, and they're at the top, but they're going to have to earn it to stay there.
He's a savvy guy, and he's been in this position before, and obviously Fred has always been successful in that as well. Speaking of youth riders, senior youth today.
Okay, go to senior youth. We started out with 43 teams. And when it's done, here's even a tighter race for this. But we have 2 teams who, after 2 rounds, have sorted 20 head. Callie Brookshire and Sophie Evans, both great pinners in their own, or sorters in their own right. Then right behind them, just about 8 seconds back, is Shaylee DeWitt and Tessa Rainey. Okay, so those 2 are 20, but then we've got another team at 18, 2 more 17, 3 more 16. So, they've got a little bit of a lead, but no, they can't get too comfortable because one of those other teams will jump up there and try to take that lead from them.
No surprise, Callie Brookshire. We've talked about her all week. A world champion in the points race this year. Sophie Evans, wow. I mean, she has been riding really well this week.
She has been doing great. Callie, and I don't want to put any undue pressure on Callie, but this is her last year. She is, one of our, if she's our top youth rider, I'm going to say that, and that's where she's supposed to be, but still. As I said, she's going into that final. She has to take care of business.
And let's be honest, maybe one of the top 3 best female riders in the game right now.
That's a pretty safe statement right there.
Yeah. Shaylee DeWitt, Tessa Rainey in second place. Shaylee DeWitt again learned a ton from her dad, Mike, one of the greats. That is a no-brainer for the Hall of Fame eventually.
Exactly. And like I said, that's those two obviously have an advantage, but. That's going to be anybody's game. That's going to be a real fun one to watch.
Absolutely. We just got done calling the junior youth one of my favorite classes to watch.
Exactly.
And all those 7 riders were just parked on the fence. It's fun to see the future, right?
It is. And the key word in the junior youth, siblings. And I say siblings because at the top, Callie and Aubrey Sajoni, they're coming in with 15 head, but right behind them, Clay and Chase Hunter, they have 10 head, and like I said, they've got a little bit of a lead. But again, with these young kids, cows, horses, anything can happen. But these kids have earned it. But all 4 of these that we just mentioned, great riders, and there's some good riders under them. So it's anybody's game. These definitely have a little bit of advantage, but it's going to be fun to watch. And like you said, everybody's on the edge of their seat. Every mom and dad and screaming and hollering and I sometimes don't know how the kids do it because they got one holler and go left, one holler and go right, but these kids, they have fun and they enjoy. And I tell you what I love about these kids. They come out here out of the pen. They go up to one another. They tell each other good job. They have fun. They're competing, but they're friends, and that's a special thing.
And I'm going to toot your horn for just a minute. Last night during the Play with the Pros auction, you donated USTPA weekly shirts to all of the youth. That was such a cool moment. I know we talked a little bit earlier, but if you're just joining us and you didn't see this morning's show, Patrick, that was really cool, man. So.
Well, it's just the least we could do. And like I said, the USTPA weekly, and you're a big part of it, it was an idea, and it's one of those ideas that I don't think we ever really thought it would go as far as it has. And I love running into people who I've never met before, and they say, "Hey, watch you on Tuesdays." And that's a great thing. It spreads our sport. It spreads what we're doing, and it's just I'm glad to be a part of it. I'm glad you're a part of it. And guys, if you can't tell, we have a lot of fun doing this.
Yeah. Well, I was talking with Louis Sajoni. He was commentating during the youth there, and we were talking about one of our great sponsors, JW Brooks. Yeah. And so we want to say thank you to JW Brooks because he makes your ugly mug look good, doesn't he?
Well, I heard you guys commenting something about that, but I'm going to go past making my ugly mug look good. Best hat I've ever put on my head. I took it out of the box. I got it. JW shipped it to me. Got it out of the box, set it on my head, and you know the difference. You know the difference. And I went down. I guess my wife's probably going to see this, but I went down earlier and ordered one. Way to turn it up where everybody can hear that on that. But I went down earlier and told him I wanted another color. But anyway, they are some of the best hats in the business. And JW, if you can, he's kind of like Todd J. also ourselves. If you can dream it, JW will do his best to build it.
Yep. Tonight we are going to have the awards banquet. Excuse me, and the Hall of Fame is tonight, right?
Yes, Hall of Fame is tonight. We'll have that, and then in the morning, day 5 here in Amarillo, we're going to start out with our 9 sort. Started at 8 o'clock. I think Miss Laura said we had about 218 teams, 218 to 220, somewhere in that neighborhood. As soon as that's over, we will go into the 3 sort, and then tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, be sure to tune in because that is our, I guess we can say, our first ever ranch sorting finals night, where all of the finals of our ranch sorting, you can tune in and you can watch those top 10s. You can see who gets awarded those buckles for the World Championship. It's going to be a fun night.
It is going to be, and it's a well-deserved night. Obviously, we're the United States Team Penning Association. It's the best team penners in the world. But to have a night just to recognize our ranch sorters and the all-around competitors that we have in this game is a special thing, and I think that was a great move from the USTPA.
It is, because nobody knows how many miles and how many dollars and how many hours behind the wheel that these people have spent getting to this position, and they need to be recognized. And I'm proud, and I'm happy to see this coming about tomorrow night.
Yeah. So all week long we've been live. The Cowboy Channel. We have not been live this week or today on the Cowboy Channel, but we have been on Equus Television. And if you're watching this and you are in Amarillo, go to equustelevision.net and scan the QR code, and they have a really nice LED, I think it's LCD. I don't know. I get my initials all mixed up. But it's a brand new television that we're going to give away to anybody that has scanned that QR code here in Amarillo. That's a fun giveaway. So thank you to our friends at Equus Television for doing that.
You bet. And that television, sign up for that. But also, if you're in the Amarillo area, come out and visit us. Watch it. This is up until Saturday night. This is all free. We have vendors set up. A lot of vendors. You can buy saddles. You can buy stuff for your house. You can buy clothes. Come out and see us. Some of the best team penning ranch sorting in the world. The best ranch sorting and team penning in the world. But come out and see us. And like I said, Saturday night, bull riding, concert, team penning, all for $19. Best ticket in town.
I want to end this with just tipping my hat to all of the competitors here this weekend. Obviously, I'm not a ranch sorter or a team penner, but it has been so fun to watch the level of competition that has been here in Amarillo this weekend. You guys have earned this opportunity to be at this World Finals and to play for this kind of money, and so we just want to say thank you to all of our members of the USTPA for being who they are and getting to live their dream competing in this sport.
You bet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock right here inside the Amarillo Center for day number 5 of the USTPA World Championships. My name is Brant Clark. Beside me, Patrick Bray. We'll see you guys in the morning.